Hello. What do we mean by the notion of looking for clues? If we're trying to create students who can work independently and solve problems, to solve a problem, children need to identify clues or techniques which can help them to resolve and come to conclusions about particular tasks they've been given. The idea of growth mindset and how students overcome barriers in order to grow and to learn links strongly to this style of activity. If your child is looking at a piece of text, for instance, of course, looking for clues will require them to skim, speed read to capture the main ideas of a text, or scan the text, search for specific words or phrases. Remember, if we are looking for clues, that could be something as simple as finding a part of the text which has the answer. Or it could be reading in between the lines more implicitly with more complex texts, for more able students to be able to identify a point of view or a further hidden meaning. We also need to consider how children interpret clues. They may have seen these ideas or structures before. This is where you will need to prompt your child to consider that link and ask them how that clue can help them to resolve their task. Modelling how to do this the first few times a child undertakes any activity is a great way to help them understand how to use these new skills effectively. So when modelling, all you need to do is sit with them before you ask them to undertake similar tasks independently. And think aloud, talk through the process. What I'm doing is this. What I might do is that. Or, I can't see this here, so I want to go back to the top of the document. That's a great way of helping children to develop the kind of rhythm or set of instructions they need to follow when they're processing any particular text or task. Another great way to help them develop looking for clues is to give them the same kind of problem they've undertaken before, but in a different way. The most obvious example would be with a maths problem. They may have solved the task very, very quickly previously, but by asking them to look at the same problem in a different way, this will require your child to consider the steps undertaken previously to solve this new task. To support them in the early stages, just probe with some questions. Where have you seen this before? Is this similar to something we did Tuesday or last week? Remember, what we're trying to get them to do is not simply look at the text and stop because they do not instantly have the answer. We're trying to help them to develop the thought processes and the patterns they'll need when looking at a task to help them to resolve it. Thank you.